Good afternoon, my people. Rich with Great American RV Rentals. Want to bring you along with a journey today. Got a camper that's going out up to Lake Texoma from North Texas. So we're hooking up right now. I promised a hookup video, so we got the start of it here today. The thing I can definitely say is you have your tongue. Anytime you back up into this, you'll probably be off. The other thing that you're always off on, there's a button under here to raise and lower this jack. Anytime you hit that button, you're probably going to go the wrong direction. I've got so many, and they both, some you press down and they go up, some you press up and they go down. So they're all changing. Yeah, I'll get us going today. Hook this guy up, and then we're going to take off. Alrighty. So I backed it up, lined it up. We're going to drop it down on the camper. Once we do that, I'll show you exactly what you need to do. You'll drop this down on the ball. You can see we've got it pretty aligned here. It's going to be a little off, so I always tell people don't worry about it being a little off, because it will drop down in. That camper is heavy enough, it'll kind of direct the truck on where it wants to go. Again, not too far off, but you definitely want to make sure that you're aligned. I'm going to drop this down on there. Still going. You see that foot down there. Once that foot comes up off, you'll see that you're connected. We're going to go ahead and drop this guy down. You want to make sure that it drops back into that little groove. If it doesn't drop all the way back, then you're not completely in there. We're going to go ahead and hook up our 7-pin here. There is a difference between a 5-pin and a 7-pin. 7 pins basically are for electronic brakes, heavier trailers. You'll see that there's a little groove in the top. You want to make sure you align that with your 7-pin to where everything's going in the same. So once that's hooked up, you basically have your brakes, you got your lights. We're going to finish picking this guy up. And really there's a lock that goes here, which I don't have out here at this minute, so I'll find one. Then you want to put your chains on. You'll see this guy's kind of a little messed up, so I'll fix him here in a minute. But we'll go ahead and put these chains on. So you want to make sure your hooks are on there properly. There are so many comments. I haven't talked about this at all yet. There's so many comments about crossing chains, which direction you need the hooks. I put them on there. And then if you notice on this one, they actually come from the same spot. They come from the same welded on spot of the camper. So I don't really stress over it. I've heard that some states have laws that you have to have it crossed. It's basically if that camper were to break away while you're towing it, that it actually drops. A lot of the comments are if they're crossed, then it actually has kind of like a cross place to drop into. I would say do whatever you feel comfortable with. You know, I'm not a stickler on that kind of thing, but I am stickler on safety. So if you feel that it's safer to do that, then go ahead. Really, whenever they're together like that, there's not necessarily any kind of way to cross them. So second four, after you've hooked up, we've got our tires chocked here. We'll go ahead and grab these. There's one on the other side as well. Tire chocks are a huge thing. You make sure that they're there while the camper's stable in one place. And then basically that's the hookup. There's little nuances here and there for every camper, but your 7-pin, your connection, make sure you have your hitch lock on there, make sure it's down and in the appropriate spot, and really you're good to go. Not too much more than that, but you always do your safety checks, walk around, make sure that there's nothing in front of the tires, nothing behind the tires. And then your setup is basically the reverse. You'll find where you are, put your tire chocks down, then you'll put the blocks underneath the stabilizing arm in the front. You'll lift it up via the jack, disconnect your 7-pin and disconnect your 7-pin, and then you disconnect your your truck, your tow vehicle, and the safety chains. So that's really it. If you have questions, let me know. Other than that, like, follow, and I'll provide more content. You guys have a wonderful day. Stay blessed.